I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the song I sing. I'd like to teach the world what the world wants to do. Coca-Cola. I'd like to buy the world a coat. That's the song I sing.
Ben Franklin has everything in Christmas trimmings. Come see their complete selection of home and tree decorations. Beautiful tree lights, tree trimming, window decorations, and much, much more. It's true, Ben Franklin has the biggest and best selection in town. Christmas sweets are a must. They feature kitchen-fresh, delicious Christmas candies at reasonable prices. And you'll get helpful, friendly service at Ben Franklin in Williston and Crosby. The Williston store will be open every night till Christmas, and the Crosby store will be open evenings starting December 4th.
Nabisco crackers, a holiday tradition. Enjoy them with your favorite toppings. Crunchy Triscuit, Waverly, Sociables, Wheatsworth, and Ritz, regular or new low salt. And Nabisco snack crackers by the handful. Wheat Thins, real cheese better cheddars, and snappy great crisps. Look for displays in your store. Holiday entertaining, a Nabisco tradition.
The Energizer.
Tommy says he wants to play with his new game all day.
All day? Good thing Santa brought the Energizer.
Of all leading brands, nothing outlasts the Energizer from Eveready. Nothing outsnaps it. Nothing out-adds, outwalks, outplays, outtakes, outshines, outlasts it. Nothing.
The Energizer even outlasted Allison.
The Energizer. Energize. For life.
Long life. Energize me.
Holidays were made for Michelob.
Hi.
Holidays were made for special friends.
What better beer than Michelob for the holiday season? Special enough to make the right impression, friendly enough to show you care. No wonder Michelob has become a holiday tradition.
Holidays were made for Michelob.
Baking holiday cookies has always been a family tradition at our house.
It's easy with Pillsbury sugar cookies.
I just slice, shape, and bake.
And the cookies come out hot and fresh.
And Jim and the kids do the decorating.
How about a green Santa Claus?
Oh, Daddy.
Home-baked holiday cookies from Pillsbury.
Look for the free holiday crafts book right in the package.
Making a list and checking it twice. Come and find the right gift at the right price. Let Gemco help the Santa in you.
This Christmas, you can find quality Zenith products at low Gemco prices. Like this 19-inch custom series color TV with remote control. Gemco price just $379.88. Or this 14-day programmable VHS video cassette recorder by Zenith. Buy now and receive wireless remote control free. Your cost just $479.80.
Let Gemco help the Santa in you.
Coming Wednesday night, the Christmas classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. See Santa Claus and an incredible snow monster in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Merry Christmas!
Wednesday at 8/7 Central and Mountain, here on CBS.
It starts tomorrow. Sears Before Christmas Sale at after Christmas prices. You'll save on hundreds of items throughout the store. Save $50 on a Kenmore refrigerator freezer. Save on a selection of Mrs. and Junior robes. Save on color TVs. And save $120 on a microwave oven. Use your Sears credit card during Sears Before Christmas Sale at after Christmas prices. There's more for your life at Sears.
I completely have no memory of the time that I was sentenced to the time I.
This is gonna be a fabulous party.
Here's the Canada Dry.
Everything's gotta be just right for our best friend. It's gonna be great. So let it all begin. 'Cause when I'm mixing with my best friends, I'm mixing with the best Canada Dry.
Are you ready for Canada Dry?
The holiday season.
What you get, Howard?
A time that passes much too soon.
Come on, guys. You're getting your picture taken.
A special time you'll want to remember.
See the camera, Howie?
In pictures. To help make those pictures look as good as they can, make sure Kodak paper is behind them. If you don't see these words, it isn't Kodak paper. Ask for it where you get your holiday pictures.
How'd you like my present, Howard?
Kodak paper for a good look at the times of your life.
Great party, Lucy. Chex Party Mix sure tastes great. Yeah, but it sure goes fast. No problem. More Chex Party Mix! Now we needed some great party music. No problem. Party music! Well, at least the food's great. Chex Party Mix tastes great. Goes fast.
'Twas right around Christmas, and as you can see, Arthur Treacher's giving gift certificates free. Don't pay for gift certificates. Get them free with a family pack. Coupons can save lots of money for you. On fish, on chicken, on shrimp and clams, too. Certificates and coupons worth more than $5 free when you buy an Arthur Treacher family pack.
Daddy, afterward, don't forget to bring home our family pack.
Free gift certificates.
When Firestone decorates for Christmas, they decorate with values, like this stylish Counselor bat scale. Christmas gift price just $2.99. And to turn your Christmas lights on and off automatically, there's a Westclock's 24-hour electric timer. Gift price only $4.99. To hear all your favorite Christmas carols, a Philco 10-transistor AM/FM swing-along radio. Gift price only $12.88, and you can charge them. These and more attractive gifts are at participating Firestone retailers now.
A special Christmas gift from Radio Shack, the TRS-80 color computer at $100 off.
Instant loading program packs turn our color TV into a game arcade.
The color computer is also an education center.
There are over 30 games available.
And it's perfect for home management.
She's right. With a programmable, expandable computer, you can do more than just play games. Like our son's even learning how to program.
Save $100 on the TRS-80 color computer, only at Radio Shack, the computer experts.
You know what I got for Christmas? A bad cold. Picked up a cough over Los Angeles, stuffy head over Denver, aches over Chicago. Mrs. Claus brought me all these medicines. All I need is NyQuil Vicks Nighttime Colds Medicine. Got that in Boston. NyQuil alone relieves the same symptoms as all these, so I can get the rest I need.
Got everything?
Yep. NyQuil alone does it all. She's the best present I ever got.
Just in time for the holidays, Alpha Beta's trimming 1/2 off the price of tree trimmings, 1/2 off the price of wrapping paper, ribbons, and bows, 1/2 off box greeting cards, but only for 72 hours. This Friday through Sunday, choose your favorite patterns of paper, load up on lights, wreaths, ornaments, and save on box greeting cards. But the sale doesn't include the gift of time, because it lasts only 72 hours, Friday through Sunday, at Alpha Beta. Tell a friend.
This Christmas, Hardee's is spreading a lot of cheer for just a little money, because you can get your little elves a regular hamburger, fries, and a small soft drink for just $1. You can even get that last-minute stocking stuffer with an adorable, adoptable baby pound puppy or purry. So stop by Hardee's this holiday season. You'll get a lot of Christmas cheer for just $1 and the perfect stocking stuffer at a special price. Because at Hardee's, we're out to win you over.
search for 7-year-old Athena Strand. Today is day 2 in the search for 7-year-old Athena Strand. An Amber Alert was issued in connection to her disappearance after she was last seen Wednesday evening at her home in the small town of Paradise in Wise County. Our Kennedy Walker joins us live at the search scene. And Kennedy, this morning's search efforts are much different than what we saw yesterday.
Hey, good morning, Brooke. And that is right. Right now, we are going on more than 40 hours since 7-year-old Athena Strand has been missing. And as you know, with missing people, especially those missing children, every minute counts. Right now, I am in front of her home, as you can see behind me. And like you mentioned, Brooke, this looks a lot different than it did yesterday. If you've been following the story, you know that yesterday this area was flooded with hundreds of volunteers helping look for her. But today, that is not the case. But not because people didn't want to, it's what the police wanted instead. This morning, the Wise County Office of Emergency Management shared this message telling people to stay home and to stay clear of the area. Now, we are not sure why that is the case, but Sheriff Aiken says that law enforcement will be searching some particular areas today. Brooke?
And Kennedy, we know that many people are asking about Athena's parents, and we have not seen or heard from them yet. Did the sheriff say anything about them this morning?
Yeah, Brooke, what we know right now is that this was the last place that 7-year-old was seen. She was, we were told she was here at home with her mom, with her stepmother. That was the last person that saw her here. Her father was not home. We did run into Sheriff Aiken today, and he spoke to one of our photojournalists off camera, and he said that right now there is no update as far as her parents are concerned, but there will be a news conference later on this afternoon at 2 o'clock. He says that if there's any update to share, it will be said then.
All right, this is something we'll stay on top of. We'll be there for that 2 o'clock news conference. Kennedy, thank you for bringing us up to some breaking news for you. A jury has been seated in the area.
Thank you, Shannon Marie. Welcome, everybody. Anyone else getting Major Gannon stock vibes? I'm not ready to go there just yet. Let's chill out. I'm seeing a lot of people in my chat right now saying that she was found. So, Cherry, I would be eternally grateful if you can look into that. I just looked and I have not seen any updates yet. Let me check Twitter, see if there's anything on Twitter. And if she's found and she's found safe, thank goodness. Let's keep our fingers crossed, folks. Thanks. All right, breaking. We were talking to the neighbors. Roughly 7. Let me just share this real quick. Give me 1 second here. All right. So Macy Jenkins, breaking. We were just talking to neighbors on CR 4599, roughly 7 miles away from Athena Strand's Paradise home. Suddenly, we were approached by Wise County Sheriff's deputies and told to move back immediately. We saw law enforcement gathering near a deep ditch on the side of the road. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the most recent. It's 1 hour. So, well, no, this one's 23 minutes. Okay, let's see this one. Large police presence on CR 4599, about 7 miles from where Athena Strand was last seen in Wise County, working to gather more details. Huh. Okay, so we just got someone telling me that someone was just live and ended it abruptly. I don't know what that means. So apparently 7 miles, while we wait for anything to, Jesus, that doesn't sound good at all. Okay, while we wait for any updates, Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now because I just I wish I could say 7 miles 7 miles away in such a rural area does not sit comfortable with me at all. So yeah, so excuse me if I'm a little distracted. But Athena Strand is 7 years old. Let me pull up her description here. She's about 4 feet tall and weighs about 65 pounds. She's described as having blue eyes and dirty blonde hair. She was wearing washed out blue jeans with white flowers embroidered around the front pockets, a gray and black long sleeve shirt, tight brown boots, and possibly a flannel overskirt. Now, what I know so far, I did watch some of that press conference, which we'll watch today. And we'll watch that while we wait. But as far as I know right now, she got home from school off the bus at about 4:30. From what I understand, her father, she's living with her father. Apparently, they were supposed to live there for about 1 semester. She was supposed to live with him for about 1 semester in school, due to the fact that mom was having health issues, to which I don't know any more than that about. Jonesy, thank you. Thanks for covering this, Will. Let's all pray. Yes, please. If you're a praying person, please pray. Okay, so 1 month. Thank you. So apparently Dad was off on his way to a hunting trip, left her there with her stepmother, and her stepmother, apparently, according to law enforcement, has told multiple people multiple things. I'm not ready to go. I know we're all thinking very very similarly. We're getting familiar vibes from past cases. Let's not go there just yet. Let's not go there. But I do understand it, and I don't blame anybody for that. Just let's keep it in my chat. If I'm not going there, please don't do that in my chat. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, with the little that we know, I am going to assume that his stepmother is absolutely distraught, and it probably feels horrible right now. So I'm going to keep that in mind, because I would rather be wrong about someone's innocence than wrong about their guilt. So in the meantime, I'm going to assume safely that she is absolutely innocent and missing this poor little girl. Now, the story is she got off the bus at about 4:30. One story is that she got into the shower, and when she came out of the shower, she looked in her bedroom. She wasn't there. Went looking for her. About 6:30, she is when she reported her missing. Now, also, there's there's in the press conference, what the sheriff told everybody at the press conference was that she got home from school. They got into an argument, and then she went to, I think, cook dinner or something like that. I don't know if that's one of the stories. And then when she came back, she was gone. She turned around and she was gone. From what I'm understanding, at least what I heard on Chasing Truth, I don't, again, you know, I'll quote Chasing Truth because I trust her insight. But take it with a grain of salt, because it's not coming from a mainstream media source, or, you know, I don't want to say that she's unreliable. Of course, she's not unreliable. Chasing Truth is great. But from what I understood, the stepmother has told law enforcement that she does run away, and the parents, or at least mom, was saying, I don't know what you're talking about. She never does. I don't know what you're talking about. So a lot of this, I get that it seems a little sus because there's a lot of inconsistencies right now. But there could be inconsistencies for several reasons. She could just be confused. She could just be not a very reliable memory to have, to have there. So we don't know yet. Let's just chill out and we'll work our way through this until we figure that out, until we get news. Right. We're not here to try to sleuth. We're here to just simply share information. I'm going to keep refreshing my Twitter. All right. This is somebody, Tattooed Rebel. I don't know who Tattooed Rebel is. That's just another YouTuber, I guess. And this is 47 minutes. Matt Howerton. Matt Howerton says we're off. Yeah, same thing. Under 10 miles at least. We'll provide more info. So, yeah, nothing yet as far as what that police activity is. About 7 miles away from the home where she went missing. Yeah, this is very, very worrisome. Very worrisome. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while we wait for updates, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play that press conference. Sharon Lewis, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Yeah, the purpose of this, when I do missing persons, or at least the initial one, when I cover a missing person, my intention is simply to help perpetuate awareness, spread the word. People, keep your eyes peeled. Grandmaster Sid Sophos, thank you. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, come home. Yes. Okay, wrong one. So this is the press conference here. Thank you, Girl of the Valley. This is super sad. Another baby missing. Yes. This is what really gets to me, man. These cases are the ones that really get under my skin, man.
Decide to still be on. Good afternoon. There's so many microphones here. I don't have any place to put my stuff. Maybe I can shove it aside and still be operational. Everybody ready?
Just 1 second.
I'll wait on KRLD.
All right, I am ready when
Everybody else ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for everybody just joining.
Thanks for being here, and again,
for everybody just joining, about 7 miles away from the home that she disappeared from, there is a lot of police activity. That's all we know right now. So we're just waiting to hear an update and find out some news. I'm keeping my eye on my Twitter to see what comes up.
Good afternoon. We appreciate the assistance of media, because this is a pretty big deal for us at the Wise County Sheriff's Office. And I know that some of y'all have heard a lot of the information that was put out yesterday, which is still accurate. I'm going to go back through some of it because some of you have not heard that. This is Craig Johnson. He's our chief deputy. He's going to help me because I know that y'all will have some questions, and when you do have the questions, we'll be prepared to answer those things as much as we possibly can, understanding that it's an ongoing.
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you this video. This is going to be a little disturbing, but this video is it's kind of getting to me here. I don't want to put anybody in a panic here, but so this is going on. This was just a little while ago. And so you could tell where the police are concentrating their efforts right here. And they're looking down in what looks to be a ditch. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm going to get back to the press conference. All right. Now this is an actual news station breaking a search for yeah, so this is an aerial shot of where they're looking right now. Okay, folks. Sorry, every time I say I'm going to get back to the press or something else pops up on Twitter. So this is an aerial shot. Hold on. I'm getting tagged on Twitter here too. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. So this is an aerial shot right now of what's going on. There's a lot of activity there for such. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles there, people. This does not look good at all. Yeah, definitely does not look good. I'm going to continue with the presser so we can continue to educate ourselves on this case. So give me 1 second here, and then I'll just keep checking, okay? As soon as I know something, you will, guys.
So on Wednesday, the 30th of November, at about 4:15, a 7-year-old Athena Strand stepped off her school bus, arriving home like she does almost every day at County Road 3573 in Paradise. At about 6:40 p.m. that same day, Wise County Sheriff's Office dispatch received a 911 call from Athena's stepmom reporting that Athena was missing. Within about, I think it was about 14 minutes, we had deputies, EMS, volunteer fire departments there, and there was a search that commenced just right away. And that search, for the most part, was that area of the house, inside the house, under the house, and then the immediate area in that 6-acre tract where they live. But they weren't able to locate the child. So later on in the night, we had THP who came to help, the EMC, Emergency Management Coordinator, as well as the fire marshal, and multiple local PDs joined in and helped us in the investigation and the search. And in the nighttime, we had DPS 101 helicopter, DPS 101 and Fort Worth PD's Air One that were there. And they had thermal imaging helping to locate heat signatures on the ground.
No, this is not
They
live.
didn't find anything other than
This was
some
earlier
dogs,
today.
Rabbits, hogs, and some deer. No indication that there was any human activity out and about. Local law enforcement, as well as Rescue One, Search and Rescue One, had their canine teams, and those canine teams worked throughout the night in the darkness until the early morning hours trying to pick up a trail. They picked up a short trail that just kind of circled around the house and then headed back over toward 2123. Two different dog teams ran that track out, but still, we didn't find Athena. So at about 4:30 that morning, we gathered up and decided, okay, we're going to shut it down and be back at first light just yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, we were all on scene at 7 a.m. as the sun was coming up, and we started the search with mostly law enforcement, Highway Patrol, Sheriff's Office, Texas Rangers, DPS, CID. And that search didn't prove to be effective as well. We ended up with about 200 volunteers from the citizens around here in Wise County came forward and wanted to do something to help.
Now, the latest thing that I'm seeing here, but it's only one tweet that is confirming this. They're saying that they're calling, I guess they're listening to a scanner, and they're called for the police chief on the radio, for the chief of police on the radio. So that's not good. But that's only one tweet. This is social media. That's not coming from a mainstream media source. So please take that with a grain of salt. That's not absolutely confirmed. I'm just giving you guys what I have so far. And this has transitioned as of today. This transitioned from a search to an investigation.
So with the help of our EMC, we were able to coordinate and get those folks on tracks and on search patterns so that we could cover that six acres and cover it well. We had so many volunteers, and they were I guess mostly helped by law enforcement along the way. They were walking shoulder to shoulder through the brush, but still it was no luck. From the very beginning, this was just 2 nights ago. It was a search accompanied by an investigation. A search accompanied by an investigation. But we are now transitioning to an investigation accompanied by a search. The investigation itself is a responsibility of Wise County Sheriff's Office. We are being assisted, and thankfully so, we're being assisted by the Texas Rangers, DPS, CID. We're being assisted by local PDs, the U.S. Marshals, and the FBI. The FBI is helping us with digital resources and investigative support. And so we're asking the citizens, if we could, we're asking the citizens that if they see anything, if they know anything, that they would either call the Sheriff's Office, 940-627-5971, and report that, or the FBI office, 972-559-5000, in hopes that we can get some more information that will get us to the point that we could find Athena. It's heavy on our minds. Many of us have gone without sleep. So we're asking for the public's help and the media's help. And we also would ask that if you would put the information out to the citizens who live in that area, and we've talked to the Wise County Messenger already about this, that when they get home in that area, please go out and look at the outbuildings, look inside the outbuildings and your barns, look through the brush, and just search your acreage that you have so that we can have that peace of mind that she's not in another place that we have not looked. The search is continuing. It's more of a spotted search now instead of the kind of grand search that you saw yesterday with all of those citizens. So with that, we would be glad to take questions.
Mr. Sheriff, has the family been previously known to the Wise County Sheriff's Office? Have they had previous calls to this house?
To my recollection, we've had no calls to that house, Andrew. So, no. Any other questions?
Why is it transitioning to investigation and not search?
Well, it's been
a good question.
Search and investigation. Now it's more so investigation and search because we've completed most of that search. It's covered that area that we need to cover. So we're still going to do some spot searching as information comes in. And as normally the case, the investigation then becomes the forefront because we've got a lot of people to interview. We've got the digital information that we need to be going through. So that takes up the investigative time. So we're spending more time now on the investigation than we were with search.
Do you have reason to believe that foul play is involved? An Amber Alert was issued at some
Well,
point
yes.
when you didn't do that initially.
No,
I mean, Chris, you're saying I don't understand why you would dump a kid somewhere when it's an accident. I wonder if he was on something and panicked. Well, I mean, obviously, hitting and a hit and run is definitely a hit and run. It's accident then crime, unless they were intoxicated, like as you stated in your comment. But we don't know that they were dumped. Could have been hit by a car and just ended up in the ditch and drove off. Could be something completely unrelated to this case. The chances of that, I think, are slim to none, but we have to keep an open mind here, and we have to stay objective and not jump to any conclusions. Please try to not do that, people.
We actually did. We sent it out to DPS right away. And I think DPS must have some parameters on that so that they wait until there's some reason for cause or concern. And obviously there's reason for concern when the child has not been recovered in about 24 hours. So they put that out, and it doesn't necessarily mean we expect foul play, but we do understand that could be a possibility.
Could I add to that, Sheriff?
Yes, you can.
Will you step up on those microphones? So we can
And please identify yourself as well for all of us.
Thank you so much.
I'm Craig Johnson. I'm the Chief Deputy, Wise County Sheriff's Office. To add to what the sheriff was saying into your question, the transition is in part due to the over 300 now people, men and women in different groups that volunteered, because we were able to cover a vast amount of area, talk to tons of people more quickly than we would have without them. So we were able to go through a lot of different areas and aspects of a search type incident looking for Athena very quickly, check and recheck. And so now the mechanics of the situation, the investigation dictate that we keep moving into this next area. But largely it's due to the good work to the women and men who volunteered their time and came out and really looked hard.
Can you please explain what the next steps are? You mean that there's no searching, now it's investigating. Can you explain what's next and how it's going to be?
Well, it's not just an investigation. As the sheriff said, it's transitioning to an investigation with a search. Leads still are being followed up on as they come in from leads that are developed via law enforcement or leads that are phoned in from different citizens or groups. But if we've checked and double checked and triple checked all of the things out in a typical grid search area, like what you largely saw yesterday, then we have to keep looking, we have to keep digging and following up on every lead. And it wouldn't be necessarily productive to have 300 people staged waiting to go search here and here and here and here.
Are you still asking volunteers to stay away from the scene and let law enforcement do it? Or are you accepting the help of volunteers now?
I hate to make
We're
jokes.
asking that they stand down at the moment.
I hate to make jokes, but that guy that just asked a question,
they're all certain be necessarily here and here and here.
Are you still asking volunteers to stay away from the scene and let law enforcement do it?
Listen, I watch a lot of movies. Okay. I watch a lot of movies, and one movie in particular, like that comes to mind when I hear that dude ask a question. There's a press conference in the movie, a terrible movie, but kind of funny. That, in my opinion, being the funniest part. And what was it? it wasn't Invaders from Mars. It was Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks had like Jack Nicholson playing the president, had a bunch of people in it. And so when I hear this dude ask questions, he sounds just like the reporter that stood up and goes, "Do the Martians have both sexes like we do?" You couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. It was and this reporter sounds just like him. And it's just it's a press conference. I can't help it. It just totally reminded me of that.
Are you accepting the help of volunteers now?
We're asking that they stand
I'm
down
so
at the
sorry,
moment.
guys.
There are some folks that come and volunteer.
Thank you. No rumors,
That is
please.
great.
Thanks, Claire, for trying to bring awareness.
However, we
Thank
struggle
you.
right now, again, thanks to the good work that was done yesterday by the 300 plus people on where to direct them.
Could you speak to the experience that either the office or those individuals have with missing children, what that experience could play into, and how maybe those instances have played out in the past?
Well, our chief deputy is retired from Grapevine PD. I'm a retired Texas Ranger. Been working in law enforcement since 1974. I think he's got about 30 years in law enforcement. I'm coming up on 50 years in law enforcement. We have encountered those investigations on many occasions. We find that if we solicit the support of the citizens as well as the other agencies who bring some expertise that we don't have, we're going to rely on them to make sure that we get everything done so that we can find out what happened to Athena, hopefully find her and bring her home alive and well. But again, I say that it's all about the possibilities, and we've got to look at everything.
Sheriff, can you talk about the conversations with the family? We know there's a couple different dynamics, mom from Oklahoma, stepmother and biological father here. Give us some insight as to how they must be feeling or conversations with them.
Both sides, the mother and the stepmother and the father, they have been very cooperative. The investigation, the interviews have been conducted by our Texas Ranger, our local Texas Ranger, and one of our investigators. And it has gone very well. We've got information that the first information that we had was, and for it may still be accurate information. The information that we had at first was that the mother and daughter had a little bit of an argument, which is not unusual for a 7-year-old and the stepmother. And the stepdaughter.
So this person on Twitter posted 4 minutes ago, who's apparently listening to a scanner and says on Twitter, "Okay, scanner reports have no body found as of yet. This is good. Keep the positive vibes, prayers, whatever you have in your pocket. It doesn't mean we are out of danger, but let's breathe and pray to your God of choice, please." So yeah, that's important that we remember this, folks, because just because they're looking in a ditch, our minds tend to go to the worst possible places. For all we know, it could be a clue, could be something that she was just wearing. Could be anything that is in relation to her disappearance. Could be a shoe, could be anything. But at the same time, it could be completely unrelated as well. I doubt it, but it could be completely unrelated. So let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
Stepdaughter got upset. Athena got upset, and she walked away, as she has done in the past, but they expected she would come back. But she went away, and an argument may still that the first information that we had was, and for it may still be accurate information. The information that we had at first was that the mother and daughter had a little bit of an argument, which is not unusual for a 7-year-old.
He means stepmother.
And the stepdaughter got upset. Athena got upset, and she walked away, as she has done in the past, but they expected she would come back. But she did not come back, and we obviously have been unable to find her.
Sure.
See, that's a much different story right there.
During all of this,
The father was on his way to a deer hunting trip in South Texas, and she called him, and he turned around and came back. He was somewhere south of Fort Worth when he received that call.
some of the neighbors told me that Athena, was to be going to Oklahoma back to her natural mother.
and that was to have occurred right about now. Is that so?
We have been told that. I'm not sure that it's so. Our investigators are at the front line. They may have a different idea on that, but we have been told that, and we do
Okay.
believe that probably is true, but we're not absolutely.
1 second, guys.
Agencies involved. Our crews will be at the scene all night. We will have live reports on WFAA News at 10. In the meantime, you can download our free WFAA app and turn on your.
Got one more video to play.
Wait a second. What am I looking at here? What did I click on?
But we begin in
This
Wise
can't be
County,
what I
where
think it is.
7-year-old Athena Strand has been missing for 48 hours. This is a live look over the search area tonight from Chopper 8.
So I guess this
new
is live. I
information
can't
just
rewind
in
it.
from Child Protective Services. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cynthia Isaguirre. Chris is off. Athena Strand was last seen Wednesday evening at her dad's house in Paradise. Late today, CPS confirmed to WFAA they've never had any cases involving Athena. However, sources tell us CPS has gone to the home prior to investigate the stepmother involving another child. Tonight, law enforcement officers are using every resource on the ground and in the air to find Athena. But from this map, you can see this is a pretty unincorporated area of Wise County, northwest of Fort Worth. Also what we saw from HD Chopper 8. Now let's walk you through what we know. Athena was last seen Wednesday night just before 5. Her stepmother says the two got into an argument and she left Athena in a room. When she returned from cooking dinner, Athena was gone. An Amber Alert was issued Thursday afternoon, and since then, hundreds of volunteers have joined law enforcement to search for Athena, including canine teams, but still no sign of the little girl. Jay Wallace joins us now live from Wise County. Jay, crews have been searching for 2 days, going into their third. How much longer will they go?
Well, the search is going to continue as long as Athena remains missing. That's not stopping anytime soon, but there's only going to be what it's called, it's spot searching. That's what the Wise County Sheriff tells them. So, the first 2 days, it's been more of a wide search. That's involves all the volunteers, the 200 plus people that came out yesterday to go shoulder to shoulder, walk through the brush to try to see if they could find.
All right, this is
any
just an
evidence.
old
Now,
video.
even though that didn't lead to
I'm
any
more
leads,
interested
the sheriff tells us
in updates, like by the minute. Okay. So they put up crime scene tape near the ditch. I haven't seen any crime scene tape, so that's what that's saying. All right, I'm going to follow WFAA. Let's go directly to them, see what they've posted. Okay, so 24 minutes. All right, so I'm just going to keep refreshing WFAA, Channel 8. It's a local news station there. That's what I'm going to keep refreshing. And we're gonna go back to the press conference.
Perhaps that had something to do with the dynamic of the family that was going on at that time.
It's very possible. That's one of the possibilities. Yes, sir.
So the stepmother was the only adult at home at the time of her disappearance?
That's correct.
If you're in a public place, you hear the loud ringing for the Amber Alert, and almost everybody might just silence their phone and maybe not even take a look. How important is it to just glance at it? Maybe you see a description of a car, maybe you see a description of something that could help.
Well, that's why we're so judicious about putting those things out. People have got to realize that that's an important issue when they hear that coming across their phone. And I've been in a restaurant when everybody gets them at the same time, almost like tornado warnings. And so it's important that they look at that, especially if it's in your geographic area. So many times they're in South Texas, and you get a little bit, I guess it becomes mundane because it's so far away. But in those that are close by, we would hope that everybody would look at it, and if they come up with some information.
Okay, so yeah, there is crime scene tape up there.
Would appreciate if they give us a call.
The fact that you guys have done such an exhaustive search in the immediate area around the home, and this is a 7-year-old who's presumably just on foot, what does that tell you about where she could be at this point?
Well, we are deeply concerned about that because it's been a long time. That first night it was 28, 29 degrees. And she wasn't dressed real warmly. We originally thought that she was wearing a plaid jacket, but in reality, she was in a t-shirt with jeans and boots. So we have a lot of concern. The longer it goes, the more we're concerned. But even so, I'm an optimistic guy. Our chief is an optimistic guy, and we're trying to do everything we can to recover this child.
Do any of the homes in the area have external security cameras that may have picked up a passing vehicle?
We have checked on that, and we don't have any right there in that very area. There are no Ring doorbells along those lines. But even so, we're going to keep canvassing, and we sent out, and our DPS troopers helped us canvass every house, probably within a 5-mile radius. And there were some video opportunities, but those have not proven to be fruitful to this point.
We're live. If anyone's tuning in, can you repeat who and what we're looking for and where? Just to
Who we're looking
surmise?
for? Yeah, and I've got some pictures here, some photographs of Athena that some of them we pulled off social media. So we'll pass these out to y'all before we leave. So that's Athena. She's 7 years old. I don't know exactly, Craig. Do you know how tall she is?
I do not.
She's
4 feet.
First grader, I think, as I was told.
I think I saw that she was 4 feet tall on her mother's social media.
Could be. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Other questions?
Are there particular pieces of?
See, I don't like that at
you
all.
might be looking for? We saw
How do they not like?
officers walking the side of the road some distance away from the home.
Mhm.
Looked as though they were looking for something.
Why? Like my instinct, I'm torn because I was saying this in Chasing Truth chat. When I see cops with cowboy hats on for some weird reason, I feel like they're getting shit done. You know what I mean? Like I just automatically when I see cops with cowboy hats on, I feel like they're all business, and at the same time, why don't they have a ready description of this missing child for a scheduled press conference? That's very, very unprofessional. But that doesn't mean that they're not out looking for this child, but that's kind of a big deal though, isn't it? To have a detailed description of this child ready at a press conference, at a scheduled press conference. Girl of the Valley, thank you. My friend's kid would get out of the second story window. It can happen. I hope she is safe and comes back. Yes, me too. Thank you.
Something that might have been thrown out of a car or whatever there might be on the side of the road.
Craig, you want to come take that question? Behind the microphone.
To directly answer your question, any item of evidence is what those officers or deputies or troopers or volunteers would have been looking for. Anything that might have suggested that Athena might have been there or something associated with her might have been there. Anything we can find to help narrow down the who, what, when, where, how, and why of the investigation is what we're looking for. It might be a footprint, it might be a shoe, it might be hair, it might be any number of things.
Exactly.
But as physical evidence goes, sometimes you just don't know what it is until you find it at times.
You mentioned of the outpouring of the community, the volunteers. What would you say to people? I know they still want to help out in some way here locally. What would you say?
Those who want to help, they can still check in with us at the First Baptist Church in Cottondale. Our EMC is there to put their name on a list, and in the event that we do need some help, we encourage them to come on back. so that we can do some more searching. But right now, we ask that those citizens at home, they check their own property, even if they're within 20 miles of that area. Let's just look at the property, see what's in your barn. Some of the people that may not have been in their barn in a while, look in their vehicles. So we ask everybody to do that, especially those who are in the vicinity. Brian, did I answer your question?
Yeah, and in her description, one thing, she may or may not have been wearing a flannel skirt over her pants. So from what I understand, and from what Chasing said earlier, she said that even at first they said that she left with a jacket and she was wearing a certain jacket. But then they found the jacket sitting in her room. So she wasn't wearing that jacket. Hello.
Do you have any registered sex offenders in that vicinity?
We do. And we have made contact with all of them. And that's one of the reasons the U.S. Marshals were assisting us early on.
And thus far, that's produced no.
Yeah, flannel shirt. Sorry. Did I say skirt?
Not at this point, no, sir. But still, it's on the table. There's a possibility, but we don't see that as a direct lead right now. Anybody else? Any questions? Thank you all so much. We appreciate y'all being here. And if you would like the photographs here, we would be glad to pass some of these out. In fact, we'll just put them up here. I'll put them over on this side, and you can pick up one if you'd like to.
Deputy, your last name is Johnson, Johnsson?
Yes. Yes, Chief Deputy.
Thank you so much.
And so just for a quick recap, they have not found her. She's still missing.
Check all
I know you have
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Twitter about a FedEx driver. So yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter is just people complaining. Saying, are they really treating this as a runaway? Blah, blah, blah. She's 7 years old. You can't treat a 7-year-old like a runaway. All right. Oh, wait. Now, this isn't official, but the tweet that I'm reading here is saying that a car was taped off. And that the police are searching for Athena taped off in a taped off car about 7 miles from her home. But I didn't see a car in that bush and all that bush there. So I don't know. And all that brush, I didn't see a car. So I mean, I'm taking that with a grain of salt. Yeah, I see. Okay. Guys, I promise you, like I don't need every single post a link to every post that goes up. Only anything that goes beyond what we already know, which is that they have the area taped off, and it's 7 miles away from her home. We don't know what they found. We don't know what they're looking for. I mean, obviously, there's an active search for Athena, but for Athena Strand, she's 7 years old. But we don't know what's going on and what that police activity is all about. We just have to wait. But I promise you, I am looking for every single update via Twitter. I'll tell you if it's from a reliable news source or not, from a reputable news source, from an official news source. I will make sure to let you know. And if it is not, I will tell you to take it with a grain of salt. All right, now here's see that right there. Yeah. I don't pay attention to things like this. See, this is what I hope to steer people on YouTube away from as much as possible. You got to look at stuff and understand whether or not they're rumor, or whether or not know the difference between rumor and an actual, verifiable report. This right here, you got to look at the words, people. See this? This is a post in some Facebook group. Okay. First of all, that's why I don't fuck with Facebook groups. Okay. Hardly ever. I think I'm in Annie's Facebook group, and that's the only one I'm in. And I'm rarely active on it, if ever. And this right here says, supposedly a FedEx driver has turned himself in. You see that? The word supposedly. That's just somebody in a Facebook group, people. At this time, is he hit her with his truck, freaked out, took her body and dumped it. Then he came to his senses, turned himself in, and authorities are now searching the area. And this says this is not 100% confirmed. However, this is the most recent update. See, that's a contradiction. It's not 100% confirmed. It's not confirmed at all. It's 0% confirmed, and it is not an update. It's a rumor, and it's only a rumor. Give me 1 second. All right. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. Another one. So this also says not confirmed, but it's coming from what looks to be like a real reporter. Lauren okay, hold on a second. All right. Give me 1 second here, folks. Sorry. I'm still getting stuff in, so as I get it, I will show it. Okay, folks?
Location right now and
development right now in the search of that missing 7-year-old out of Wise County. Within the past hour, police have set up crime tape near a ditch. You can see an image there. We do not know exactly what they have found at this time or why they may be searching in that particular area.
just to give you some perspective, this search area here is about 7 miles from Athena's home in Paradise. That is where the 7-year-old was last seen, according to what we know from the sheriff's department. We've got a crew on the way to that location right now, and they'll bring us updates.
This, of course, comes after hundreds of volunteers went shoulder to shoulder through brush surrounding that child's home in Paradise on yesterday. At the time, they found no sign of Athena. Helicopters with thermal imaging weren't able to detect any human activity in that area as well. The sheriff's department saying 2 different K9 teams did pick up a short trail, but it just circled that home, then went back out to Farm to Market Road 2123. Now, the sheriff's office says it's because of the thorough, exhaustive search efforts of the past 2 days involving so many different law enforcement agencies and volunteers that they can move on to what they call the next phase of this investigation.
If we've checked and double checked and triple checked all of the things out in a typical grid search area, like what you largely saw yesterday, then we have to keep looking, we have to keep digging and following up on every lead.
Now, here's what we know about what happened in the hours before Athena went missing. Let's break the timeline down for you. The sheriff tells us she got off the school bus around Wednesday, 4:15, at her father's home. He was on his way to a deer hunting trip, so her stepmother was the only adult at the home with her. She told authorities that she got into an argument with young Athena before going to make dinner. And when the stepmom could not find Athena in the house, she says she started looking for her and ultimately called 911 at 6:40 to report her missing. They've also, we understand, have talked to all the registered sex offenders near Athena's home. They've checked security cameras. And at this point, they're asking anyone with any information about where Athena could be.
What security cameras? They're in the middle of
They're
nowhere.
asking to call the sheriff's office or the FBI. And once our crew gets to the scene, of course, we're going to bring you up to speed on what we know from that investigation at this hour.
By the way, the city of Paradise announcing today it will actually cancel its Christmas parade to keep the focus on that search for Athena. They said firefighters usually help put together.
Doesn't that guy look like the dude that always says, shit? The guy from The Wire on HBO? Shit. He was famous for saying shit. He died, though.
Put together that event, but they have been working obviously around the clock to help with that search for the 7-year-old. They asked anyone who planned to buy chili at that parade to support the volunteer fire department to make a direct donation to that department instead.
It would impose the compromise.
All right, hold on a second here. Let's look up something else, folks. All right. Share this real quick. I think I already showed this. This is just another video, but this is, yeah, I already showed this. All right, so yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, please, guys. Only updates since what we know. Please. Only current updates that are happening since we know that there's police activity. Okay, so who is this Lauren? All right, let's check. WFAA. Anything new? Okay. All right, no, that's not. Yep, this is only families. They're staying in a hotel and receiving impact of an explosion. Totally different. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so that's not available. Got it. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get like. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah. So, yeah. So the not confirmed thing is apparently there's a Fox reporter who goes by the name of Lauren I don't know how you say her name. It's strange. PrzYbyl. She's a Fox 4 reporter. She says that she spoke to an extended family member. This is what it says. Not confirmed by police, but a member of Athena's extended family just confirmed to me, extended family, whatever that means, confirmed to me that the 7-year-old was hit by a FedEx truck driver who got scared and dumped her body into the woods. She said the family was told today that the driver of the FedEx truck was being interviewed today in the case. Again, this is not confirmed by police, but from an extended family member of Athena. I am also hearing the same story from a neighbor in the area where the police have blocked off the road. Interesting. Yeah, and she has 96,000 followers on Facebook. So I'd say she's probably pretty I mean, she's a news anchor. It's probably pretty reliable information. I'm just saying where she's getting the information from probably or possibly is not reliable. Since she is being very responsible and saying that it is not confirmed, we have to keep that in mind, please, folks. All right, so 10 minutes, 28 minutes, 25 minutes, 26 minutes. I'm trying to find something like 1 minute. Hey, Panda. What you doing? Okay. Yeah, everything's an hour old. Yeah, so beyond that update, for anybody just joining, so the update is about 7 miles from Athena's home. There's a lot of police activity and they have it taped off. That's all we know. There is a rumor, and I want to be very, very clear about this. There is a rumor that a FedEx driver turned himself into police earlier today, says that he hit her, dumped the body, and threw it in the area that they're searching, and that's where they're searching. That's why they're searching there. So They've cleared the scene. Okay. Your chat and Sherry are yelling at you. Thank you, Ultra Dark CEO. Sorry, what I can't see the chat. I can't have two screens going on at once. I would need two monitors, which I don't. So I have two. I can't see the chat when I'm searching for updates. So give me 1 second here. All right, so the update from Howard News is that FBI, DPS, and Wise County Sheriff's deputies have cleared the scene. No one has told us why they were here or what they might have found. So they're gone? That's it? They left? Yep, this is what I'm looking at right here. Hey, listen, Cherry, shut up. First of all, like I said, I can't see the fucking screen. I can't see the chat if I'm looking up for updates myself. Okay? So calm your tits. All right. That's the same update that I just saw right here. Let's see what Matt Howard has to say. It's an hour long. It's an hour old here. It's 10 hours old. Okay, so there's Matt's. Yeah. So, okay. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for an update, folks. Y'all are funny. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna get an update or what. Oh, really, Jonathan Lee Riches? I just got a notification that Jonathan Lee Riches is on it. See what this dickhead has to say. This is Jonathan Lee Riches. This is AKA Jonathan Lee Riches, AKA JLR. Heavy police presence with helicopters on Rural Road, CR 4599, 5 miles away from the Paradise, Texas home. Police possibly found Athena Strand. See what I mean? That's exactly the kind of update that you should expect from that fucking dick stump. Okay? Absolutely the kind of update you should expect. First of all, it's give or take 7 miles, not 5. Second of all, you don't say stupid shit like possibly found Athena Strand. Nobody here said that. Nobody in my chat even said that shit. This guy's such a fucking douche. Heavy police presence. Shut the fuck up. All right. And Annie just sent me the same thing about the FedEx truck from that Lauren person. Let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah. So still not confirmed. Okay. Yeah, still just a rumor, folks. The FedEx truck thing is still just a rumor. We just got to wait, folks. We just got to wait. In the meantime, while we wait for that, let's lighten the mood a little bit. So this is 6 Up Media's video today. I didn't even follow Betty. But I should say that actually, real quick before I start this, let me
here. Could this assailant had
So regarding the 4 murders in Idaho, in Moscow, Idaho, I said it right this time. This happened right when Betty left. Betty left, and then this happened. So police activity at the house, where these four were brutally murdered, tragically killed. But detectives showed up. I don't know what they were doing there. I don't think it's been confirmed yet what they were doing there. I'm sure we will get an update because they have been extremely helpful to the public and generous with the public in giving us updates in their investigation, that at least with facts that will not hinder their investigation. But this happened today. And this is not bullhorn strangler footage. This happened after she left. So there she was, standing out there for 2-3 days, just complaining about the cold. And then the minute she leaves, this happens. And I have to wonder if that's not a coincidence. Okay? Because yes, Brian Enton did catch this because it's News Nation. Because I seem to remember everybody saying, well, we're leaving tomorrow, we're leaving tomorrow, we're leaving tomorrow yesterday. That's what everybody seemed to have been doing. Every time I saw BHB talking to another reporter, they were all saying, tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. Okay, that's just YouTube drama. Never mind. And so she decided she was going to leave yesterday. And I wonder, I can't help but wonder if like that was totally like organized, like everybody, the entire media community that was there and the entire law enforcement community that was there were all just kind of like, all right, look, if we all tell her we're leaving tomorrow, y'all, like she's probably going to leave too because she thinks that she's a reporter, right? Right. It's weird, right? Yeah. So what if we just tell her that we're leaving tomorrow and then she'll leave and then they could just continue their investigation and just get her the fuck out of here. And then they could just continue their shit and we'll get the footage that we need because it's cold. The Mad Catter, thank you. Let's have fun. We all need it. Dude, I can't help it. Like, I can't help but think that that's what happened. I can't help but think that that's the only reason why Enton even acknowledged her in the first place. Like, my theory still stands that he was like, hey, Bullhorn Betty, how you doing? And then he was walking away on his phone because she was filming him like, oh, hello, fangirling, Brian Enton, oh. And then, but my man was like walking away, you know, and like typing. I wonder if he was just like, yo, everybody in a massive group text, everybody, like a group text that she'll never have access to. Yeah, fucking Bullhorn Betty's fucking here, dude. So I guess we're not doing shit for however long she plans on staying. Because you notice that every time she talked to a reporter, they asked her how long she was planning on staying. Everybody asked her, like, so how long are you staying? That is so funny to me. How long are you staying? I feel like the town was totally in on it too. Like everybody in the town. Like it's so tight knit there that everybody was just like, fuck, this lady is here. And then this happens. Let me cue this up here. Then this happens. This is 6 Up Media's little video that she made. And I guess this was maybe last night.
Drone.
No.
Building for people. I didn't know that something like this.
So subscribe to 6 Up Media. She's actually live now talking about Betty, but she made this video.
Here, could this assailant had drone building for people? I didn't know that something like this existed. Apparently, they can throw knives, they can throw axes. Well, we're here out in front of this location. I wonder, could this assailant have come here? Could this assailant had thrown axes, thrown knives, done
She's so stupid. Oh my god. So she hears there's an axe throwing place, right? And let me just keep it going because you see that she's like, could this assailant been somebody who threw axes for fun? Everybody throws axes for fun. If there's an axe throwing place like right near you, you're probably going to try it. You know what I mean? It's like the newest thing. Anytime I see people post on social media and pictures and shit, like somebody has a Mamacita, the Hialeah racetrack. Flamingo is lost in Idaho. I love it. Oh man. So yeah, like everybody wants to do axe throwing, including Bullhorn Betty.
Some activities like this prior to committing some of the most horrific crimes in this community that has touched the world, really. And this is, it makes you just wonder. I'm not saying that anybody in here has done anything wrong by any stretch of the imagination. However, a place like this does exist in this sleepy college town of Moscow, Idaho. And it just makes me wonder, is it possible that somebody had done this. So we're just here.
God, what a jackass, bro. Like, can you believe that there's an axe throwing place in a place like Moscow, Idaho?
Just reporting again. I don't think anything has come of this. However, you know, we did want to let people know that this does exist out here in Moscow, and just wanted to inform you guys.
Now, I admit that I keep making the mistake of saying Moscow, but she's there. Like, has she not talked to anybody who says it's actually pronounced Moscow? Like, I don't have anybody actually telling me this. I see people in my chat and then they spell it out as to how it sounds. Like, stop saying it wrong, Blair. It's Moscow, not Moscow, right? And every now and then it slips out because I'm reading it and I'm used to saying Moscow. But she's there. Like, you're there. You've been there for days and you still haven't figured out how to say the word.
Talk to the homicide detectives.
Oh, but we updated.
Yeah, we talked. Well, because there was like one sketchy person. For a second, you were a couple feet over.
Hey, why not? All right, guys. So Bullhorn Betty and Chronicles of
See, look at this guy, just totally like she started to be like, I wanted to talk to you about this case. And then the guy's like, I already talked to a couple homicide detectives or whatever, but do you want to come in and try it? Oh my God, dude. He's like, so you want to come in and try it? And, you know, Thirsty Betty's going to be like, oh, yeah, young Santa. Yeah, young buff Santa. You better believe I'm going to come in there and try that. And like I said, I wonder if the whole town is in on this shit, bro. I wonder if the whole town is in on this, on like just getting her the fuck out of there and distracting her from interfering in this investigation. Like, okay, well, why don't you come in instead of like going around and bothering people about this shit? Why don't you come on in and start throwing some axes? You know what I mean? I heard you were a violent psycho. Why don't you come in and throw an axe? Try it out.
Chronicles of Olivia are at the Moscow axe throwing business, and I'm kind of excited because, you know, we came here, we were just going to record outside, and this lovely gentleman came out and said, hey, you want to come in and check it out? And I said, yeah, why not? And I asked him if it was okay if we recorded, and he said absolutely.
This dude's totally flirting with Olivia too. She's just Betty's hating on Olivia.
So now that we got through our safety instructions, we are going to try. We're going to try to throw an axe.
This guy's like, dude, I'm trying to get back to work, bro. Can you not mind like not talking to your fucking camera and listen to the safety instructions? Like, you could hurt somebody with this shit or yourself. Like, pay attention, asshole. Yeah, that dude's probably totally into Olivia, dude. Guys like that, college guys like that, or guys his age in a college town, dude. A girl Olivia's age, you know, and she's a pretty girl, you know. So, but a girl Olivia's age and, you know, in a college town where this dude is a regular and he's got a dope fucking job, right? A dope job. This guy is living, he is swimming in ass soup, okay? This dude gets more ass than a toilet seat. Guaranteed, okay? And he's just a total fucking ladies man, guarantee it. And somebody like Olivia showing up to a dude like this is just like bing, absolutely 100%, because she's from out of town. She's leaving. No attachments. He's not going to have to worry about ever having to talk to her again. He's not going to have to worry about her stalking him. She's leaving. She's getting on a fucking plane. She's getting the fuck out of there. He's never going to have to worry about her again. That is like striking gold in a college town.
Haven't actually done
All right, so we all know at least now that if Betty's husbands ever had a knife thrown at them, they were safe. Because damn, Betty, Jesus.
anything to stick in it yet. So let me go clean that up. We'll try an axe. I'm not going to do the ninja stars, but we will try the axe, and then I'm going to let Olivia play.
Dude, I'd be throwing ninja stars like a motherfucker. That shit looks like so much fun. Now, God, Jesus Christ, Betty. I admit it's her first time. I've never thrown an axe. I can't like make fun of her for like sucking at it. But but she obviously didn't pay attention to the guy. She wasn't paying attention to the guy when he was giving instructions. Like, you know how many videos I've seen on Instagram and fucking Snapchat and fucking Twitter and Facebook of people that I know that have that went axe throwing for the first time, and it was the first time, and they were just fucking whoop, you know, like every time. You know what I mean? If she wasn't sitting there talking to her followers and paying attention to the guy telling you how to throw the fucking thing, she probably would have had it stick in the wall. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. So, but you guys see what's really going on here, right? You guys see what's really going on here? I'll give you a second to figure it out.
They hit the target several times. They seem to just stick in the target. Does this actually, to be honest with you, I have to be actually scaring the crap out of me.
You see how she's like a fucking control freak? She's trying to teach Olivia how to do it, and she can't even do it. She wasn't even holding the shit right.
I think this would relieve a lot of stress. I have to be honest with you. I think it would relieve a lot of stress.
Yeah. Like hit the fucking wall with things, not your spouse. Now you see that like she got it because that dude was giving her some real personal attention. He wasn't doing that shit with Betty. Like Betty's got an aura of fucking I just don't go near. Stay clear. Don't go near. And look, Olivia's first time throwing the shit and she got it. Oh no, she didn't. She didn't. Spoke too soon. Dude, oh my God.
If I get it this time, you guys better watch out.
Wow. Hold on. I got to do something here.
I get it this time, you guys better watch out. 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 You guys better watch out.
That's our job. We want it to be fun. That's why I'm making a little bit of extra time to make sure that you get an idea. And we still make it in with you with that hatchet. I'd like to keep trying, but that's okay. You gotta go. You want to try one more time?
This is like a pretty cool facility too.
Like, you see what's going on here, right?
Couple critiquing stuff, and she's got it. Congratulations, Olivia. She got 3 blades and 1 hatchet in. Bullhorn Betty, 1.5.
You see what was going on there, right? Like, obviously it's a far-fetched idea that this dude was purposely like trying to distract them from this investigation. He was just trying to get customers. That's his job. But what was going on there was Betty just thought it would be a cool idea to go axe throwing, and decided to, because she knew that she would get criticized for fucking around up there in Idaho, because she hasn't done jack shit. She hasn't gotten any coverage. She got every fucking fact wrong except for the one thing. And that's it. Like, she hasn't done jack shit out there. And so she's like, and the other universities and shit, like, all she's been doing is sightseeing and complaining about the weather. That's it. Sightseeing and complaining about the cold. And then arguing with some fucking psychotic radical Trump supporter just like her and spitting on his truck. But she didn't do jack shit the whole time she was out there. And here she was, and she comes up with this bullshit excuse to go axe throwing on her supporters' money, and masks it as part of the investigation, going, I wonder if the killer was an axe thrower. I wonder if they frequented places like this. Bullshit. Like, dude, Betty, just stop. All right, let's check. Okay, latest. All right, no, not interested in that. Yeah, so far everything that I'm seeing here is stuff we've already gone over as far as Athena Strand goes. Apparently there's already a candlelight vigil to take place. And and in all fairness, they're not calling it a vigil. They're just saying, please join us in prayer and a candlelight for Athena Strand. So probably the point of that is not in memory of her or anything like that. I don't want to imply that. It's it's basically just an organized thing. I remember when Gannon Stock went missing, everybody put blue light bulbs in their outside lights, and everybody turned their blue lights on because it's Gannon's favorite color, because he was a Sonic the Hedgehog fanatic. And so the entire time he was missing, people had their blue light bulbs on, in hopes that it would illuminate enough to where Gannon would find his way home. So the candlelight thing is probably something along those lines, where everybody's getting together in prayer, and they're going to light candles in hopes to have Athena just come home, which is actually a beautiful, beautiful thought and a beautiful gesture. Yeah. Oh, fucking nerdy addict. Fuck that guy. Okay, what news source is this? Is that the same? Hold on. Yeah, it's the same report. Yeah, I don't know why that news report says that they focused on a car, because I didn't see a car that they were focused on. Oh, I'm sorry. Was somebody being a dick in chat? I'm going to stay on for about another 15 minutes, and then we'll just see if there's any statement released from I'm still getting. Let me check. All right. Still not confirmed. All right. So what it says here is that that extended family member said that the family was told today that the driver of the FedEx truck was being interviewed today in the case. Again, this is not confirmed by police, but from an extended family, quote unquote, member of Athena. No confirmation of a body found, though. I am also hearing the same story from a neighbor in the area. Yeah. So yeah, still nothing. Still nothing, guys. I'm sure we'll get a press conference probably tomorrow, I'm sure. Right now, just a rumor flying around of a FedEx truck could be true, but I don't have any credible confirmation on that. I mean, I would think that lady's not that stupid. You know what I mean? And that would have been in JLR's post that I read earlier, Hippiporium. I that would have been in his post. If that was him acting like it was a family member. Let me see something. I'm going to see if I can find out if there's any update on what that police activity was about at the house today in Moscow. All right, so this is a screenshot from the reporter, that Fox News reporter whose last name that I cannot pronounce. I'll go ahead and read it. It says, "My job as a journalist is to report what I am hearing from key members of the story. Extended family members are saying that the child was hit by a FedEx driver who they say police interviewed today. Also, a neighbor in the area where police have blocked off also told me the same story. They also have police department connections. Is this fact? We don't know yet, but I report what I hear from key people. You decide. We are still waiting for confirmation from police, and that could be a while. So if you don't want to hear updates on what we as journalists are being told and only want to hear what police are saying, when they say it best to follow just the police on social media. I mean, don't get mad, Lauren. Yo. I guess people are attacking her for spreading a rumor, but I mean, she gave the disclaimer. She said it's not confirmed. I mean, she's right. She interviewed people, and that's what they told her. I'm sure she vetted them. I hope she vetted them as extended family members. I hope she did, because otherwise that's fucking unethical as fuck. And it's kind of unprofessional to get all pissy and fucking put up a post like that. Make a comment like that on your thread. Like, yo, for real, snarky Lauren. Lauren, relax. It's okay. Let me see. All right, and the latest Moscow PD update. I don't know if it says anything. Let's see. The Moscow Police Department is providing the following information to update the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. Detectives are aware of a 6th person listed on the lease at the residence. They have spoken to this individual and confirmed they moved out prior to the start of the school year and was not present at the time of the incident. Detectives do not believe this person has any involvement in the murders. Okay, yeah, that's it. Nothing about the activity. So we're still waiting to hear about that police activity that Betty missed. But yeah. What's Tata Jedi's dumbass saying in here? Where's he at? I'll get right on that, Team Bullhorn. I'll get right on that, buddy. Guys, subscribe to the Geek Room because Frank's in there. Downside is Billy Tata Jedi's in there too. That's the upsetting part. But Frank Crude AF is in there, and we're all, Team Crude AF up in here. Chronicles of Chlamydia. It's so fucked up. Oh man. So see, I'm finally back on the bandwagon. If she know where she is or seen her, I don't know what any of this is. Oh, look, one of y'all shared my my stream on Twitter. That's nice of you. Yeah, so far, I mean, they cleared the area, but we don't know. I mean, did anybody see a coroner truck Because if they cleared the area and there was no coroner van or anything like that, then I mean, I don't think that they found a body. I wouldn't think that they did. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Well, no, apparently What's Up, Buttercup? It's already cleared, supposedly. Yeah, no coroner. So I didn't hear any reports about a coroner van being there before they cleared out. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm thinking they found some sort of evidence, maybe. But I'm not, yeah, I don't know. Unless it's just not in their budget to have a coroner van. You know what I mean? But the FBI were there, everybody was there. Like, there's got to be some sort of. Oh, God, that's so annoying. See, hold on. Let me look at something real quick here. Hold on a second. All right, you guys want to have some fun with some stupidity? You guys want to do that? Let me make an example out of somebody here. I don't usually pick on this person too much, but I think she's a total moron. And so
times. I am Athena's mother, and I am the only one that has looked and stayed and not slept since Athena went missing. Please stop bashing when you have no idea what is going on. My posts about Athena are public, and I'm trying to post when there are updates. We haven't found her. She's still missing. The news reporter, Nick Something, pulled his report from thin air. Athena did not run away. She is still missing and has been now for nearly 24 hours. Where'd I go?
know your place, Laura. You got it.
For
Come on.
24 hours. Athena walked to school once in Comanche, Oklahoma. You can see the elementary school from Athena's mother's front porch. Okay, this is where I found this very weird. And a lot of people agreed with me that it was very weird. If she's Athena's mom, then what the hell is this last line? You can see the elementary school from Athena's mother's front porch, not her dad's home paradise schools. You are Athena's mom. So that's a little weird.
Why is that weird? Why I mean, why not just, she's just saying like it's her mother's front porch. And maybe, I mean, I see, this is my point. This is one of those people that has to take everything. This is somebody who says, I don't like true crime and I don't care about missing people. I love serial killers. I'm quoting her, by the way. I've played that in a past live stream. I don't even know which one. It was like a year ago. And I've done streams almost every day since. So I mean, I don't fucking know. But she literally said that. She was like, I'm not true crime. I don't care about missing people. I love serial killers. It's totally what she said. And here she is looking for clicks and views because she wants to stir up some controversy and start talking shit. Because on the thumbnail, the title of the fucking video, she's like sketchy AF. Look at the title of this. Stepmom waits an hour to call police. Sketchy AF. Like already spinning a narrative, accusing somebody of something when she doesn't have shit. She doesn't know anything. And I get it. Listen, I get that those of us can sit here and because I've been deleting comments when people start making these insinuations. I understand having those thoughts. I get it. That's actually natural. What's irresponsible, though, is to perpetuate the narrative because you could be wrong. I say this all the time. You simply could be wrong. And this is her little disclaimer, because when she does this, she puts it in a question mark. And her defense would be, oh, well, you know, it's not like I'm saying it, Glairer. It's not like I'm saying that the stepmom is guilty. I asked the question. No, you're perpetuating a narrative to your idiot audience because you have to be an idiot if you follow her and like her. You have to. So sit there and make this seem all sketchy, like every loved one in this child's life is sketchy, when they're the ones likely missing this child the most, is fucked up and irresponsible. It's just wrong. And, you know, it's just really annoying, dude. Because I say this all the time, and the same shitty fucking people that I call out are just like, oh, whatever, Glairer. You're so fucking high and mighty, and your fucking high horse and your fucking morals. She actually said that shit to me one time. You and your fucking morals, Glairer. Like, on a panel. I was like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Like, you're actually criticizing me for actually having standards, integrity, and morals with my platform. You are proving me right. Just by that action right there. You're proving me right. You're proving to everyone listening to you that you are a piece of shit and don't care. I mean, what the fuck? And like, now here she is just fucking like doing this whole thing, attacking a woman without any evidence. And she's probably worried sick and probably riddled with guilt. Not guilt because she did something, but guilt because the child is gone and it was on her watch and they had an argument prior.
Simpler.
All right,
You
I gotta
got
make
company.
her small.
Who's restreaming?
Wait for the shout out. Wait for the shout out.
We got 6 notifications.
Wait for the shout out.
All right. Yeah, that's JLR again. Why is he restreaming me? Go away.
That is so funny. I love it. I love when people get mad that I do this shit too. Like, because I only do shitty people, you know? So like when they get mad that I do it, like it's just that much more satisfying. It's just that much more gratifying. It really is. But like, yeah. Where's
one of the news reporters said this is in no way influencing theories or people speculating. It's simply what we've been told by the Texas DFPS, but there's not really a follow through.
Right, because we don't have any
show you guys
official
what I'm talking
information
about.
yet. Genius. I wonder if she even knows about the police activity.
So he posted this just 5 minutes ago. But this was posted 2 hours ago.
Okay, she does.
So if there
I
was
can see
something
it.
in between, I think they may have erased it.
Erase what? Why would they erase anything? Yeah,
1 hour ago.
the FedEx
This
thing.
is what I was talking about. Deputies cleared the scene. No.
The FedEx thing is as far as I'm concerned, a rumor at best. Okay. Because only one person is reporting it. Okay, only one person. Now, even though that is a mainstream media news anchor, cool. Okay, that's the little bit that makes it in any way credible at all. Okay. B, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because it just says extended family member. She just heard that, and she even says it's not confirmed. So A and B so far, that's why I'm taking it with a grain of salt. C, the reason why I'm taking it with a grain of salt is because she just had a fucking meltdown in her own goddamn comment section talking about it. Like, not a good look. Not a good look.
No one has told us why we're here or what they may have found. Thank you, Mike. Woo woo. Anybody want to? Oh, board. Because I can't do my.
Just wait, bro. The fucking ass crack flavored smell Athena candles are coming, people. Just wait. They're coming.
Song when I'm sharing. See, the rest is from hours ago. So they must have removed a post. They had to have removed posts.
Like, everybody that I've ever talked to, everybody who talks about her candles, like, they say that they're fucking gross, bro, that they smell so bad, bro. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those dude that buys candles, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't buy candles, but like, I could just imagine, like, people say that they straight up they smell like straight shit. And like, imagine, like, if you just don't want people to use your bathroom, like, yeah, if you're throwing a party and you don't want a bathroom being used at the party, just light one of her candles in the bathroom and nobody will use it. That's
doesn't make sense to go from this to this. And I was following her less than 2 hours ago. She's sent to go with her father. She's supposed to come home to mom this month. Yeah, for Christmas. And then she was going back to her dad's. Yes, false post. Correct.
I don't know what Dolly soap smells
and
like
if you
either.
See,
oh, what a shocker. Granny's watching is in her chat. What a shocker. She was also in canceled Carrie's chat the other night.
Please stop with this ridiculous rumor. I said ridiculous rumor. There's a picture of a FedEx truck.
Okay, well, that's cool.
In a wooded area that is from like.
That's cool. I'm glad actually somebody had something positive to say about our candles in my chat. And I mean that, actually. Thank you, Lilith King.
A year ago. I pulled that up on whatchamacallit? On
food candles.
Twitter.
Food candles. Like, what do you eat them? Are they just supposed to smell like certain food?
This Steve guy, who I believe is JLR, said, "What when it turns out to be true, will you miss my ass for me?" So I said, "I will, but when it turns out to be false, what you gonna do for me?"
I love when people like I love when people like try to sleuth who the trolls are. Like, who cares? Like, that's exactly what a troll is trying to do. They're trying to get you to fucking chase your tail and try to figure out who they are. As soon as you do that, you're a victim. You fall right into their trap of them trolling you. That's exactly what a troll is trying to get you to do. Like, people fucking are hilarious to me, dude.
Sole custody, there's two different things. You have primary custody, you have sole custody, you have it goes both ways. Sole custody means that you make all the decisions. Sole primary
I gotta be honest though, man. Yeah, it's true. Like, if you look at Dolly, dude, like, and I know that that's where my soap is coming from. Not the best model for that soap, for any soap. Not the best model. It's like, could you just imagine? Can you just imagine like stopping some like homeless dude on the street and being like, "Hey, can you hold this bar of soap and tell everybody that you love this soap?" Oh my God. I got like Sonic cream cheese icing, but let's pretend it's soap. You paying me for this, right? Yeah, buy Dolly soap. Buy Dolly soap. As you can see, it gets you real clean. Now, where's my Mad Dog 2020 bottle? Give me that. You told me 2. You said you give me 2.
You have sole physical care and dad gets visitation. Sole legal custody means that you make all the decisions and dad has none. Joint legal custody means
that's not
you share
true.
Legal custody meaning dad
true.
gets to know what school they go to, what doctors he has, and all
that. You
that.
See what
stuff.
I mean? This is just like a fountain of misinformation. This fucked up channel, a fountain of misinformation. It's whatever the judge decides. He'll say, "Okay, well, if you want," and it also depends on the state. Okay, but it's what the judge and whatever your attorneys and the parents finally agree to and say, okay, well, you can have this many weekends, or you can come over for visitations, supervised or unsupervised visitations. It doesn't matter. Like, sole custody just means the time that person lives with you. That's all that means. But you can negotiate, your attorneys can negotiate whether or not you can still have say over medical things, educational decisions, all kinds of different things. Like, it's up to the judge to finally decide that. And it's up to the attorneys, if you have them, to negotiate them. Period. That's just wrong, what she's saying right here. It's not that simple. And it depends on the state.
That stuff. Joint physical custody means you share custody based on an arrangement. Joint usually means 50-50. But there's so many different, thank you, Sky Z. There's so many different things you could have. Like in my case, I had sole physical custody with visitation, but we had joint legal custody.
So she just contradicted herself. She just made it all black and white. And then she's like, in my case, then just name this whole different thing. Like, what? She just basically confirmed what I was just saying.
With the twins, technically, I have joint.
Okay. I can't stand hearing about people like this reproducing. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate it. Seriously. It just gets to a point where it bothers me. Oh, so that was the fake reporter. All right. So we're flip-flopping cases here, folks. So hold on a second. No Athena updates as of yet. I'm going to check that in a minute. But this is about the fake reporter at the Idaho at the Moscow, Idaho press conference.
We don't want to We don't want to put our investigation in jeopardy by releasing what we have. There's always a balance between what you're willing to release versus what you're trying to gather. We told the public very clearly from the beginning that we're looking for a knife. We've told the public very clearly from the beginning that we believe it was a targeted attack. I mean, to be honest, you're going to have to trust us on that at this point, because we're not going to release why we think that.
Are investigators looking at any possible connection to an unsolved double stabbing in the Salem, Oregon area about 1.5 years ago? Specifically, 2 people stabbed in their home in the middle of the night, long knife, no suspect at this point. One died, one survived.
I think we're looking at every avenue, and we have other agencies reaching out to us with other cases and stuff that we are doing follow up on. We will continue to follow up on those.
Are you aware of that case?
I actually had a tip come in on that case, and I forwarded it to our tip line.
Okay, I don't even know what that, but anyway, let me mute that. So let's see what this article says about the fake reporter. Look at, yeah, she looked kind of sus when I was watching her live. I was like, okay, because we were even talking about it when I was covering this presser. We were even talking about, like, she was filming with her phone. Like, okay, I guess maybe she's a YouTuber or something. But it says here, a woman posed as a reporter with a student newspaper during the most recent press conference about the investigation into the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. Police have yet to identify a suspect after Kaylee Kungavs, Madison, I don't know how to say her last name either, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were found dead at an off-campus house in Moscow in November 13th. In the week since, Moscow police have held several press conferences to provide updates on the investigation. At the most recent one on November 23rd, a woman stood up and identified herself as Destiny Martin with the Pathfinder, like the Nissan Pathfinder. The student-run newspaper at Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho. She then proceeds to ask several questions, including whether the FBI's Behavior Analysis Unit agents had a working profile of the suspect, which was a good question. She also asked if police had ruled out the possibility that the killer might be female. Okay. The Pathfinder later posted a statement on its Facebook page saying the woman was not affiliated with the newspaper. It has come to the attention of the Pathfinder that during the Moscow Police Department's press conference on Wednesday, November 23rd, an individual identified herself as a member of our staff. That this is not true. The individual is not affiliated with the Pathfinder. The statement said, adding that no students or staff had attended that press conference. And there's the actual statement there. They say, we apologize for the confusion. We are also confused and concerned about the actions of the individual and have requested that the behavior cease. Logan Fowler, Lewis Clark State College's Director of Communications and Marketing, told Newsweek, when this came to our attention, we immediately informed both the Moscow Police Department and the University of Idaho. We can confirm that she is not a student at Lewis Clark State College and not a staff member of our student-run newspaper, The Pathfinder. Rachel Doninger, a spokeswoman for the Moscow Police Department, told Newsweek, the Lewis Clark State College contacted us about the individual, and we are aware. Asked how the woman was able to enter the event, Doninger said, in general, our news conferences are open to the public. While we do not support people misrepresenting themselves, we would refer you back to the college for any further questions and details related to the post. Newsweek could not immediately reach the woman for comment, but she has described herself to be a local, posting videos about the investigation on her TikTok account. In one clip from her TikTok account that was shared in a YouTube video, she said, you guys are out there speculating, and I'm just trying to show you guys from a first-person perspective what it's like to be up here right now. I mean, and that's all well and good. You know what I mean? Like, it's more than what Betty's doing. She asked some good questions. But the problem with that is she lied about who she was affiliated with. She could have just said, you know, Bullhorn Betty News. I'm trying to give you guys the most accurate information, spread awareness, and I'm also trying to give you guys actual authentic coverage from a non-news source. In another clip, the woman described herself as a member of the community who has been helping in this investigation as a concerned citizen who was asked to help. Oh, God, there, Bullhorn Betty vibes right there. But she said she wouldn't identify the person who made the request. Yeah, that's because you're full of shit, lady. The incident comes after conflicting comments from police and prosecutors have added to the confusion around the investigation. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to log off 20 minutes ago, but you're saying in 40 minutes there's supposed to be news? Yeah, what news? Gonsalves. Okay, that makes sense. Kaylee Gonsalves. I'll remember that. All right, let's see what the updates on Athena are. Okay, latest. Yeah, mostly people complaining here. Like this Bayou girl's complaining about that about that Fox News lady. But I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm still not seeing any updates. Yeah, I know there's a lot of rumors. That's why I'm up here doing this, because I want to try to control the rumor mill to the best of my ability with my very limited platform. It's not much I can do, but you know, rumors are they're gonna fly out there. It's how it is. I mean, I don't know who knows? I'm not saying that what the Fox lady was saying wasn't true. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that who knows, you know? And please don't message me with rumors. I don't want them. Please know the difference between a rumor and a verified fact. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not putting anything into that into that FedEx truck story. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking the Hinkle. That's funny. I'm looking I'm looking at Twitter myself. I'm looking at Twitter myself, and it's mostly people just complaining. Nothing nothing breaking. Okay, see, look at yeah, that's just irresponsible. This Lauren lady, she got mad. She got big mad when people called her out on it. It's pretty funny. And I keep seeing this, that police focus on a car. I didn't see a car there that they were focused on. Did anybody see a car get towed away? Thank you, chaotic artist Anita Spiro. What I don't get is that they're letting anyone volunteer to look for Athena. Better with trained SAR. We learn not to miss things and mess up stuff. Well, when you're looking for a missing little girl and it's a wide open space, I think it's okay to have volunteers as long as it's organized. I'm sure there's somebody in law enforcement that's in charge of speaking up for everybody. And thank you, by the way, chaotic artist. But that's actually a good question. Sorry, I don't know why I'm sleeping. But that's actually a really good question because, or a good statement, because I the reason why I think that it's okay to do that, as long as all the neighbors are alerted by law enforcement agents and they say, hey, we're going to have a large group of people in the community out there, made up of the community out there, searching for a missing child. We just wanted to let you know. And if you could search around your house, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sure that there's somebody who organizes the search and tells everybody, this is what you do. If you come across something, don't touch it. If you see something, grab a law enforcement agent and let them know what you found immediately. Try to keep it on the down low. Make sure nobody else touches it. I'm sure it's organized in that sense. So right, Kraken Cases knows too. Kraken Cases did his own regulated search for Summer Wells. He and his wife. So they actually did their own very very responsible search for Summer Wells. And they had a trained SAR agent making sure, just as long as you know not to touch anything, and you have somebody close by to report what you found to, I think it's okay. I think it's a good thing. Kelsey 206, thank you so much. Go get a Red Bull or two and stay a while. No more yawn. You just made me yawn again. You tell me not to yawn, I'm going to yawn. And I don't have any creamer for my coffee, man. That's really annoying. Mad Catter, thank you so much. Feel you need this, not for money. Okay, but thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, see, Petty Patty says, when we were looking for Lucas Hernandez in Wichita a few years back, we were instructed by LE, by law enforcement, then longtime searchers. We were trained by EquiSearch. Nobody better to be trained by than EquiSearch, let me tell you. And EquiSearch originated there in Texas, so I'm surprised that they weren't all over that right from the start. Yeah, I won't drink coffee without creamer, man. Sorry. I'm not that hardcore. I mean, I don't chase my liquor either, but but I do put creamer in my coffee. Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Bex. That's a good point. You know, it's there's a reason why they allow volunteer searches. Because like I said, I'm sure they're organized. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see who Cherry's new toy here is. No need to time me out. I will leave. Ugh, you're boring me already, AJ Collins. No need to time me out. I will leave. Just having compassion, letting people know the baby's been found. Who spreads rumors about missing kids? That's gross. I'm a local. I live here. Paradise. Yeah, well, you know, I haven't seen you give a source to that information because I'm not seeing a source for that information. So, but yeah, it's not an airport. No need to announce your departure. Cherry's all like, there we go. There we go. Because I never mute my mic here, and I guess it muted on the screen, but I usually mute it like this, and like this. I mute it, mute it, mute, 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 mute. See, I tap the top of my mic and it mutes it. That's how I normally mute my mic. And now the audio is fucked up. Hold on. How's it sound now? Is it good? Is it back to normal? Can you hear me?